This is Mr. Beck Does Your Homework. This is physics homework number 6, question number 3, part 1 of 2. Also question number 4. So this is question number 4. Part 1 of 2 says a tennis ball is thrown vertically upward with an initial velocity of 7.3 meters per second, positive. So I know this ball is starting with an initial velocity up of 7.3 meters per second. What will the ball's velocity be when it returns to its starting point? So it's going to go up at 7.3, it's going to turn around, it's going to come back down, and it's going to wind up coming down over this, and I'm looking for this final velocity. The acceleration of gravity is 9.81 meters per second squared, so g is negative 9.81 meters per second squared. Do I know anything about an object that goes up and comes back down to its starting point? This is one of your tricks, one of your free fall tricks. As it goes up, it's going to get slower and slower and slower and slower and slower. It's going to reach its peak. It's going to turn around. It's going to go faster and faster and faster and faster and faster and faster. Now, since this distance and this distance up and down are the same, there's some nice symmetry that happens here. And it turns out that your final velocity is going to be the negative of your initial velocity. So be careful about that, but that is one of your tricks. So you can handle it from there. Now it says, how long will it take the ball to reach its starting point? How long will it take? So now I'm looking for the time to go up and back down, the total time in the air, not just to reach the highest point. So for this part, for this question, for question 4, the time to reach its starting point, now I know my initial velocity, my final velocity, gravity, and I'm looking for time. So I could use an equation that relates those four. That would tell me that my final velocity is my initial velocity plus my acceleration times my time, and that will give me my time if I plug in my values for initial velocity and final velocity. But my initial velocity is opposite my final velocity, so when I add it, I'm going to wind up with twice my initial velocity, because this one and this one are the same, but this one's negative. But this one's negative and this one's positive. So when I subtract from both sides, I'll wind up with -2 initial velocity equals gravity of negative 9.81 times my time. So this is a negative, this is a negative. Those are going to go away when I divide, and my initial velocity here was 7.3 meters per second. So you can see that you can solve for time. It's going to be -2 v0 over g, or -2 times, in my case, 7.3 divided by 9.81. And that'll give me my time to go up and back down. Sorry, -9.81. And that'll give me a positive number for time.